this is CBR English and it's time to roll the primetime headlines with me, Anukriti Sharma. Profit in the shop of love. BJP MP Sudhanshu Trivedi took a dig at Congress on the Hindenburg report. EM Dr. Jay Shankar takes a jibe at us. We do not generally comment on others and others' elections. Vandalism and violence continue in Bangladesh after Sheikh Hasina's ouster. Vandalism persisting in Bangladesh despite formation of the interim government led by Muhammad Yunus. Indian wrestler Aman Sehrawat celebrated for winning the bronze at the Paris Games. Warm reception with banners, cheers and garlands at the airport. Former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and senior Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia expressed his confidence in the Supreme Court following a recent order. The court mandated that Sisodia must appear before the Central Bureau of Investigation or the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate or the ED twice a week, specifically on Mondays and Thursdays between 10 and 11 a.m. This order is part of the ongoing investigation into the alleged corruption and financial charges, and Sisodia reported that on the morning of the order itself, he complied by first visiting the CBI office followed by the ED office, where he met with the investigating officers assigned to his case. His statement reflects a commitment to adhere to the legal requirements while also asserting his trust in the Indian judicial process. Here's a report.
नहीं डिमोटिवेशन नहीं है। लोग जब भी कोई क्राइसिस होता है तो और एकजुटता से और मेहनत से और एक परिवार की तरह से जुटते हैं, और मुझे नहीं लगता कि किसी में कोई डिमोटिवेशन था, बल्कि गुस्सा था और संकल्प था कि हम इस संकट के समय में तो किसी में भी कहीं भी कोई टूट फूट नहीं हुई, कहीं भी कोई इधर उधर नहीं हुआ, तो ये बड़ी चीज है। और मुझे लगता है आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार दिल्ली की ऐसी सरकार है जो सबसे क्रूशियल संकट के समय पे भी दिल्ली की जनता के लिए सबसे ज्यादा काम करती रही। देश में कोई ऐसी सरकार नहीं है, कोई भी संकट आता है हिल जाते हैं, कोई जनता के काम धाम सब किनारे हो जाते हैं, लेकिन जनता के काम संकट के इस समय में भी होते रहे। आम आदमी पार्टी की लीडरशिप अपने सबसे क्रूशियल दौर से गुजरी, अब वो निकल रही है धीरे धीरे। मैं बाहर आ गया, सर भी थोड़े दिन बाहर आ जाएंगे, लेकिन इस सबसे क्रूशियल दौर में पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं ने, पार्टी के लीडर्स ने, देश के लोगों ने, दिल्ली के लोगों ने जबरदस्त एकजुटता दिखाई है, और यही एकजुटता हमारी ताकत है।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में अपने
नहीं, अब देखिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तो हमें पूरी उम्मीद है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट से तो मुझे भी न्याय मिला है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट देश के संविधान के हिसाब से काम करता है, और देश के संविधान ने ऐसी स्थितियों के लिए व्यवस्था की हुई है कि जब भी कोई तानाशाही करेगा तो संविधान उसको बचाएगा। आज भी मैं अब गया था, माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मुझे अपने आदेश में कहा है कि मैं हर एक मंडे को और हर एक थर्सडे को सुबह 10 बजे से 11 बजे के बीच में ईडी और सीबीआई के दफ्तर में जाके उनके सामने अपना प्रेजेंट करके आऊंगा। तो मैं आज सुबह सीबीआई के दफ्तर गया पहले, उसके बाद
You saw that report. You saw that video just now. Like a patriotic citizen with that patriotic fervor, like a stereotypical law-abiding citizen, Sisodia is more than willing to follow all the rules laid out for him by the Supreme Court, by the CBI, by the ED. He is a law and a constitution abiding citizen of this country. He does not believe in Tanashahi, he does not believe in Gundagardi. He is happily following all the rules laid out by the country for him. Manish Sisodia, after 17 months, got bail. After 17 months, he got bail. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused about who gets jail, Who gets bail? What is law? How does it all work? I'm a little confused. And my today's editorial is all about that. So let's get right into the show. So let's come to the topic at hand. Manish Sisodia was arrested by the CBI on February the 26th, 2023. That was last year, around 17 months ago. He was arrested. A lot of people questioned, Are why is he being arrested? Why is he being arrested? He is the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi. Call him whenever you need him. Call him for an interrogation if you must. ऐसे ही थोड़ी ना वो कहीं भाग जाएंगे. He's quite deep rooted, bhai. He's got a lot of responsibilities in Delhi. He will not just pack his bags and run. But he was arrested all the same. 17 months he was put behind bars. We still ask the question as to why he is being put behind bars. Have you convicted him? If you have not convicted him, then why are you punishing him? He is not being convicted, but he is behind bars without being convicted. Is that fair? Answers were not forthcoming. Now, the bench of Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice K.V. Vishwanathan from the Supreme Court, these justices, they started questioning this matter. In fact, day before yesterday, just 2 days ago, they said, and I am quoting them here in my report, Sisodia has been deprived of the right to speedy trial. Right to speedy trial is a sacrosanct right, and recently in the Javed Ghulam Nabi Sheikh case we dealt with this angle, and we noted that when court, the state or agency cannot protect the right to speedy trial, then the bail cannot be opposed, saying that the crime is serious. Article 21 applies irrespective of the nature of the crime. The person who has not been given a speedy trial, again the same thing which I said, the man was put behind bars without being convicted. He was behind bars waiting for the trial, and the so-called agencies, they took their own time. There was nothing speedy about it. There was nothing speedy happening in the trial. The court went on to say that Sisodia has deep roots in the society and he cannot flee. Regarding tampering evidence, the case largely depends on documentation, and therefore it is all being seized and there is no chance, not a single chance of tampering. Initially, the order dated June 4 had been considered. We have observed that when Sisodia approached this court, a period of 7 months had lapsed from the first order of this court. However, the Supreme Court took note of the fact that the charge sheet shall be filed and the trial would commence. Liberty was given to revive the plea after filing of the charge sheet. Now, relegating Sisodia to the trial court and then to the High Court will be like playing a game of snake and ladder. You know, I started this conversation today by saying that I am confused, and I am confused. The court here says that Sisodia is a deputy CM, deputy chief minister. He cannot run away. He is rooted in his state. He is not some person who can just pack up everything and run away the next day morning. Secondly, the court asked, what can he tamper with? What evidences can he tamper with? You've kept him in jail for 17 months. So what evidences can he tamper with? Acha, you know, there is this another case that I was reporting constantly, that I recently reported on this platform at this news desk. I reported this incident at CVR English just a few days ago, and I'm still reporting it. And that case is related to none other than Brij Bhushan Sawan Singh. He was alleged for sexual harassment. Remember the case that I was discussing about Videsh Fogart? I'm sure you do. He was the then head of the Indian Wrestling Federation. This man was not given jail term and all. He is still out, lounging. He was never given jail term. Couldn't he tamper with evidence when he was being alleged of sexual assault. So there, the court did not believe that he could tamper with evidence. There, a person who is known to be very powerful, he himself once said that I killed another person. He is known to be a very powerful person in his area. He cannot tamper with evidence. बहुत अच्छी बात है. The court believed, हाँ, evidence tamper नहीं होएगा उससे. But here, 17 months, a man was put behind bars who does not have a record of being powerful, of being someone who could kill somebody and all of that. But he was kept behind bars possibly because the court thought that he could tamper with the evidence. Now the Supreme Court asked, saying, what evidence can he tamper with? सब देखो आप, documents तो है ना तुम्हारे पास. So I did not understand this logic. I didn't understand this logic. Sisodia was fighting for bail, trying desperately to get a bail, a mere bail. Sisodia was deprived of his fundamental right of contesting, campaigning for his political party. He was denied that right, but he was not convicted. He is not convicted even today. He is not convicted. Please get this clear. He was under trial and the trial was quote unquote going on. But he was in jail. Right in the middle of the elections too. अब आप कुछ भी सोच सकते हो. क्या ये एक इत्तेफाक है? Is this some coincidence? Think about it. Think about it. But you know that fellow Ram Rahim Singh, the convicted rapist. I'm repeating, the convicted rapist, the man who was convicted of committing a crime as heinous as rape. He was given bail to go and celebrate his birthday party. He could forego law. He was given bail to go and celebrate his birthday party. I mean, how does this work? How does this work? I simply do not understand. How does this work when a former CM, Yediyurappa, the court says, listen, he is not some Tom, Dick or Harry, he is not a common man, so why should we arrest him? On the other hand, Sisodia, a person who was the sitting deputy CM of Delhi, could be behind bars for 17 months. So how does this all work? And then I have another problem. You see, the problem is that when I spoke about Yediyurappa, it was POCSO. When I spoke about Ram Rahim Singh or whatever that man's name is, that rapist, a convicted rapist, or when I speak about Brij Bhushan Saran Singh, who is alleged, he is an alleged sexual assaulter. So let me know, tell me. So sexual assault, raping a woman is okay. Is that what I am supposed to understand from all this? There, maybe you will get a bail. If you rape a woman, maybe you will get a bail. There maybe we will give you a leeway, a latitude. You know that latitude कि ठीक है जी, he is a big man, वो बड़ा आदमी है, ठीक है चलो. That kind of latitude. हाँ, but money wise Baba, if you take money or you do something with money and all of that, then no latitude. Then you will go straight behind bars. Am I saying that for my country, hear me out, let me repeat, am I trying to say that for my country, money is more important than my daughter? Am I trying to say that for my country, money is more important than my mother? That money is more important than my sister? That money is more important than the women of this country? That money is more important than the safety and the security of the women of this country? Is that what I am supposed to infer? Is that what I am supposed to understand from this story? Is that what I am supposed to make out of this story? This is what I ask from my Indian judiciary. I ask the North Star. I ask the people of the country. Is that what I am supposed to understand from this story? What exactly is law? And how does the law work? They say that law is not just about getting justice. It is also about ensuring that the person is not getting injustice. You know, there was another case when a 75-year-old man in Uttar Pradesh in Bijnor was beaten by this person who was identified as Abhinav Singh, who, by the way, some context here, is the son of the BJP Nagar Nigam chairman Birbal Singh. 75-year-old man, beaten, bashed and beaten. 75-year-old man. Whatever the crime might be, how could a 75-year-old man be beaten to pulp by this youngster? And you know what? I do not think he's been arrested. The last time we checked, we were told that, कार्रवाई चल रही है, and told rudely by the Uttar Pradesh police. I beg of the CM of Uttar Pradesh, is this our culture? Is this the Hinduism that we are talking about? Is this law and order? A 75-year-old man being beaten and that youngster is not arrested yet? A so-called investigation is going on. कार्रवाई चल रही है. Investigation of what? You should look at the shots. Look at the camera. That camera caught the action. What investigation are you talking about? A 75-year-old man was being beaten up. I'll tell you yet another story. I'll give you one more story. This story comes from Buldana. Shiv Chandra Taide. See this man hitting the girl inside a police station. No case has been registered according to what we understand. No case has been registered. Why no case has been registered? Because nobody complained. It happened inside your police station. A girl was beaten up. What I need to understand is, what is law? Is law a mere word? Or is law in word and spirit? What is law? Is law only when you are poor? Is law only when you are not influential? Is law only when you don't have power? Does law only work when you are from the opposition party? Is that the way law works? Or is law equal to everybody? Or is it just a jumla, like the lot of jumlas that we have in our country? This is the question I want to ask tonight. Please write down your comments, because your comments are important for me. Your comments are important for me because I want to understand whether, is it just me? Are all of us feeling this way? Is it only me who's thinking like this, or are all of us thinking this way? That's the point I wanted to make in today's episode of Prime Time, the Power Talk. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of the week till I see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Namaskar. Keep watching CVR English.
देश के लोगों एकजुटता दिखाई है, और यही एकजुटता हमारी ताकत है.
सर, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अपने
नहीं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट, देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तो हमें पूरी उम्मीद है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट से तो मुझे भी न्याय मिला है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट देश के संविधान के हिसाब से काम करता है, और देश के संविधान ने ऐसी स्थितियों के लिए व्यवस्था की हुई है कि जब भी कोई तानाशाही करेगा तो संविधान उसको बचाएगा. आज भी मैं अब गया था, माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मुझे अपने आदेश में कहा है कि मैं हर एक मंडे को और हर एक थर्सडे को सुबह 10 बजे से 11 बजे के बीच में ईडी और सीबीआई के दफ्तर में जाके उनके सामने अपना प्रेजेंट करके आऊंगा. तो मैं आज सुबह सीबीआई के दफ्तर गया पहले, उसके बाद मैं ईडी के ऑफिस गया, दोनों के आईओज के सामने मैं मिलके आया.
And as we wrap up this story, let's take a look at today's headlines once again. Profit in the name of love, BJP MP Sudhanshu Trivedi took a dig at Congress on the Hindenburg report. EM Dr. Jay Shankar takes jibe at us. We do not generally comment on others' elections. Vandalism and violence continue in Bangladesh after Sheikh Hasina's ouster. Vandalism persisting in Bangladesh despite the formation of the interim government led by Muhammad Yunus. And that's a wrap for this prime time. This is Anukriti Sharma signing off. Namaskar to you all once again. Keep watching CDR English.